I haven't had any knee troubles this entire trip, and I haven't taken any ibuprofen this entire trip. And this morning, I was like, my knee is really talking to me. I started talking to my knee, and I called my knee Frank just to get through like a couple days. It's not a long-term strategy. So Dirty Frank and I already had a conversation this morning, and he's going to work, and I don't care. He's getting out of bed, hiking down this trail. He can run his mouth all he wants, but we're gonna do the work.
So we got in real late last night, probably not until 10, I think. After our very strange turnaround and ending up in the same spot where we started after hiking 5 miles. At that point we realized that what we thought was going to be a 10-mile hike was actually a 15-mile hike, and we had already hiked 5 miles. So by the time that we got here, we had hiked over 20 miles. So it was a long day yesterday.
Got back to the car around midnight and did overall about 11 miles. But now I'm not going to see the boys for a few days, and so I am going to try and find a place, set up a table and stuff, and get some work done.
My home's like right over there. It like takes me right back to 2019. Home is where the heart is. And just seeing this, it's starting to get real. It's starting to really get real. It's a different world. And even if the world wasn't different, I'm different. I like to think I'm a better man for it. I hope I'm a better man for it. There were times where I thought I was losing myself. There were times that I wanted to lose myself. I don't have a negative feeling in my body right now. Gosh, I just hope I can honor this experience, like, for everyone.
We are at a park and Sisters, and we are making some breakfast. Eggs with mushrooms and peppers. We found an outlet, so we have some electricity so we can charge some things and get some work done.
What we see over here to the west is Black Butte. It is a volcano. The snow melts off each year, and for us, for the people of Central Oregon, we use this as a barometer. So when the snow has melted off the summit of Black Butte, that means that it's time to plant your garden. I went to go set up my hammock. I did it. It was already getting dark, and I set it up, and I climbed in, and I fell asleep. I awoke in pain and confusion about what had just happened. And my mind basically was going, Control Alt Delete, shut down system. And I knew I was in a lot of pain, and I felt pressure on top of me. And I was able to come to the conclusion, because now I'm wrapped in this cocoon of a hammock and tarp, I'm coming to the conclusion that there's a tree laying across me. It took quite a bit of time because I was pinned. I kind of dug down in the dirt with my elbow. I was able to get myself free, and now I'm covered in mud. I made my way over to the dome tent where they were still playing Yahtzee. I said, hey, guys, I need help. A tree fell on me and it went silent. There was a pause, like an uncomfortable pause. I was like, did they not hear me? What is going on? Then I heard some laughter, and then followed by another pause. And then finally one of them stuck their head out the tent and went and looked at me and said, "Are you being serious?" And I'm like, "Yes, I'm hurt. I need help." And he's like, "We thought you were joking. We thought you were messing with us." So I ended up having bruising on my chest and on my back. I landed right on a big kind of pointy rock that went right into my tailbone. The next day, I packed up and I was in a lot of pain. I was pretty bruised up, and I was kind of bent over, but went on and finished the Appalachian Trail on top of Mount Katahdin, and that was the end of my Appalachian Trail through hike. I couldn't believe it.
The creamy lemon pesto pasta. I rarely ever carry a knife with me, which, to each their own, but I know people think that's crazy and that you can't survive out here without a knife, but it turns out you can. I've been asked several times, like, are you packing? Are you carrying any weapons? And I'll pull out my spoon. And that doesn't always go over well, but they're like, what are you going to do with that? And I'm like, I'll scoop out their eyeballs, And I kind of mean it. I mean, there's a part of me that's like, I would do whatever I had to do if I had to defend myself, but I could not believe how many times I lost my spoon on the APT. There were things that I lost a lot, and for some reason, that was one of them that no matter what, I couldn't seem, and I can't find it right now, so, but I could never, I just, one spoon after another, I don't know where they went, into the abyss, and so I ended up eating with chopsticks a lot on the APT, especially during the pandemic. And so what I would do is I'd usually get black birch and just get 2 small twigs that seem pretty sturdy. Maybe take the ends take the bark off of it, and I would use those as chopsticks to eat. So I spent a lot of time doing that. And black birch is actually what they traditionally make birch beer out of, and root beer. They make it from the root, hence root beer, or birch beer, make it from the birch. And so when you use these sticks, I use them to brush my teeth too when I would lose my toothbrush. The toothbrush and the spoon were the 2 things they seem to always lose. And it's really nice because if you brush with it, it tastes like root beer. And if you eat with it, it kind of seasons your food a little bit. So I hope I find this spoon, man, or I'm gonna go get some chopsticks.